Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see, I have a guest. This is Chloe.
Hello.
Chloe is clueless with makeup, guys.
I have no idea how to be a girl and put makeup on my face.
She's just like,
I know the eye stuff goes on your eyes and lip stuff goes on your lips. I'm really smart, guys.
so clueless. So, I'm going to start a mini-series called Beauty Bootcamp. So this series will be really good for like those beauty beginners who kind of need some easy tips on beauty.
So
and
she's gonna rip it.
She can speak English, I promise.
She's gonna whip us into shape.
Yeah, I got you guys. Okay, so today we're going to do makeup basics. So it's going to include like primer, foundation, we're going to do some blush, maybe some bronzer. Maybe we'll throw a highlight in there if we're feeling totally crazy. Eyebrows, we'll do some eyeliner and mascara, and then like a soft lip color. So yeah, enjoy you guys. Okay.
Alrighty.
So, we're all using Chloe's makeup, by the way. So
Which is all from a drugstore.
It's all drugstore makeup, which is awesome for this video. So it's all really
Except
affordable
for
makeup.
my mascara and my eyeliner.
Yeah.
That's
So we'll get to that. But so it's really all affordable makeup that I'm going to be using today on her, except for one palette that is mine that I'm going to use for her eyebrows because she has no eyebrow stuff that matches her color.
But
so,
I want to learn. I want to learn about eyebrows.
Yes.
I'm
she
here
does want
to learn.
So we're going to start off with a primer. Do you know what a primer is?
No. Why primer? What does it do?
Okay, so a primer essentially just is sort of self-explanatory. It primes your face for foundation and for all your liquids. And this one specifically is a color correcting primer, so it helps get rid of the redness, so it doesn't show quite through your foundation quite as much.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna do one full pump onto my fingers, and then I'm gonna rub this all over her face. It's kind of cold. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I still love you.
So hopefully what this will do is just help reduce some of the redness on her face and prime her face for the rest of the makeup so she can be a cake face like the rest of us. Okay. Does that feel all like blended in there?
Yes.
Okay. So primer done. So easy. You can use fingers. You don't need any special tools for it or anything.
Awesome.
All right.
I have none.
Next up is foundation, and I'm going to be using a beauty blender. Everyone who does makeup should have one of these. It is a beauty essential, you guys. She does not have one, so I'm using mine. She needs to buy one.
She got mad at me the other day. She was doing my makeup, and she's like, what do you mean you don't have a beauty blender?
Yeah, like how do you not own a beauty blender if you do your makeup? But she doesn't really do her makeup, so I can't really blame her that much.
That's true.
So, okay, so I'm going to pump the foundation straight onto the beauty blender. I don't know what kind of coverage this foundation is, so we're going to start with a little bit and work it up. So I'm just going to dot it all over her face. This is a very liquidy foundation.
It is.
And I'm just going to start buffing that into her face. So right off the bat, I can see that this color does not completely match her skin tone. It's a little bit too pink for her.
Oh. I should take you shopping with me.
Yes, I will go shopping with you. But if you guys ever go out and buy a foundation or anything, even at a drugstore, people that work there should know how to color match you so that you will not run into like the nasty like line problems at your neck. So that is definitely essential. So this is a fairly sheer foundation. So we're going to build it up a little bit. Just turn your face towards me. And it's really important with the beauty blender to dab and not rub because that'll just make your face all streaky and you definitely don't want that. Go like this. So for her skin tone, so this is a too much of a pink foundation, I would personally go with more of a yellow undertone. So she has a more of a yellowy toned skin. So it's really important to know what kind of undertone you have on your skin, so it makes it a lot easier to color match your foundation.
So how do you figure that out if you have no idea about anything like me?
Well, I had no idea up until recently what my undertone was because I'm half ethnic, so I just assumed that I had a golden undertone, but I don't. I'm really white. I actually wear a super light foundation, and I have more of a pinky undertone than I do of a goldy undertone. So the golden undertoned foundation looked really orange on me when I put it on. So the pink undertone, I found out, worked a lot better with me. So it's kind of hard to tell sometimes because like you think you know your skin, but then you put something on and you're like, oh, I guess this doesn't match. So it kind of is trial and error. But if you really don't want to like spend the money on trial and error, obviously no one does, then make sure you just try to get color matched. And make sure you actually try the foundation on your face. So go to the drugstore or wherever you go without any makeup on. And that way the beauty store consultants or whatever, they can help you out with that, and they'll actually put the foundation right on your face.
Alright.
Okay, so we don't want to build this up too much because we don't want to make her look too cakey. So that's going to be good for her foundation. Okay, what should we do next? We're going to do eyebrows next.
Eyebrows next? Alright, I'm excited for this. I want to learn how to do eyebrows.
So normally, most drugstores will sell like pencils and like a powder that to fill in your eyebrows, normally super cheap. Like for example, I use like a Smashbox pencil to line my eyebrows, and I use like a Quo powder just to fill them in. So it's drugstore, super cheap, but she doesn't have anything that matches her color, and I don't obviously have anything that matches her color. So I'm actually going to be using a color from my Pt.1 palette. I'm going to be using this color right here. It's called Buck, and I've used this on her before, and I found that it actually matched her eyebrows fairly well, made them look a little bit bolder. So this is just a thin pencil brush that I'm going to use to line and fill her eyebrows. So I find with lining your eyebrows, I always go underneath first so I can get the arch that I want. So I start at the base, and I work in small strokes back, and I follow the natural line of her eyebrow. And she has really beautifully arched eyebrows, like naturally, so she's very lucky.
It's also because I got them done not too long ago.
The truth comes out, ladies and gentlemen.
Definitely helps. So if you had a pencil that matched my color, would you be using it right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I would definitely prefer to line eyebrows with a pencil because it's a lot easier, because then I don't have to keep going back into my palette and like replenishing the color because it's a powder, so it runs out a lot easier.
So basically you take the pencil and draw the outline of the shape you want.
And then you take the powder and then fill your brows in the sparse areas.
Okay, so it's like coloring.
Yes. Just more fun. Now it's all up to personal preference with how bold you like your eyebrows. Personally, I like my eyebrows really bold. You can go with a lighter color if you don't want some, you want more of a natural look. So I am doing something that's a little bit more bold on her, but it's all personal preference. We're going to stop the video while I do her other eyebrow off camera. We'll be back in a sec. Okay, so now that we've finished her eyebrows, we are going to move back down to her face, and we're going to do some blush and bronzer, just some nice, I can speak, you guys, I promise, I can.
So good at talking.
Some blush and bronzer, and maybe if we're going to be crazy, we'll do a little bit of highlight. And for those of you who don't want to buy all those separately, get this. It is a little pricey. It's from Urban Decay. It's a Naked Flushed palette, but it's worth it because it comes with a bronzer, a highlight, and a blush. Like, yes please. So worth it, you guys, and all three of these colors are really beautiful, and they come in different shades. So the blush and the highlighter and the bronzer will all be in a different shade. I think there's maybe like 3 different shades of this palette. So this is the Streak palette. Okay, so we're gonna start by putting some blush on. This is a really pigmented blush, so I'm just gonna tap it on lightly, and I'm using a round face brush. This one's by XO Beauty. And so she's just gonna smile for me a little bit. Not that crazy though.
But I'm happy.
Yeah, it's just so we can see the apples of her cheeks.
Right.
So we're gonna aim right for like where her cheeks get like nice and bald up. If you feel me, yeah, like yeah. We're just gonna go in circular motions just to blend it out nicely. And we don't want to go too crazy with the blush because this is supposed to be a natural base makeup basics, so we'll get into like the crazy like contouring and stuff in another video, I promise. We'll get there. So just a nice pretty blush, that's all we're going to use. And we're going to take a nice big round face brush, it's a nice fluffy one, and we're going to use the bronzer. Again, we're just going to tap that in there. This one is not so pigmented, so you can use a little bit more. And we're just going to rub that onto her cheekbones just to define her cheekbones a little bit. We don't want to go overboard with the bronzer either. Like I said, we're going to go for a natural look. And I find she does not have a big forehead at all. She has a very proportional forehead.
Thank you, I'm proportional.
You're welcome. But for those of you who feel like, I'm not saying that all of you have big foreheads, but if you feel like you do have a slightly larger forehead, you kind of want to make it look smaller, take your bronzer and just blend it out on the top of your forehead, like specifically in this area, in your temple area, and it'll make your forehead look a little bit more narrow and small, and I find that really helps. It's a good tip. I'm not going to do that because her forehead's already small.
But didn't you know your demographic is apparently large foreheaded people?
I'm sorry, guys. That was not a jab. I love you all. I'm sorry. Okay, we are going to be crazy today, and we're going to use the highlighter because we can, because it's in the palette, so why not?
Okay.
So I'm just going to take a fluffy tapered brush like this. This is my favorite highlighting brush, and this is also very pigmented, and because we're going for a natural look, we're not going to use very much, and we're just going to swipe that up onto onto her cheekbones. This is not like a super like crazy like glowing highlighter like the Jaclyn Hill palette that I've used in my other tutorials. This is a much more natural looking highlight, so this is really perfect for like the beginners, so you don't go like overboard with your highlight.
So how do you know where to put the highlight?
So generally the highlight is the points in the face where you want to stand out, so your cheekbones, because you want to have nice high defined cheekbones. Generally if you like your nose, I like my nose, so I highlight the tip of my nose and then my cupid's bow, so it makes my lips look bigger.
Okay.
Some people also put it above their eyebrows to make their eyebrows look more arched, but I don't personally like doing that because I feel like that's just too much glow. I mean, you can never really have too much glow, let's be real, but we also don't want to like have like our focus like all over the face. We want to have it more like in the center of our face. A little bit more on her cheekbones. Then I'm going to just take my finger, like look how pigmented that is, you guys, it's so pretty. And I'm just going to swipe that onto her nose. Girl, you glowing. You glowing.
I'm glowing.
And then again with my finger and just onto her cupid's bow. And that's it for the Naked Flush palette. And that's it for her face. And now we're going to move on to her eyes. We're not doing eyeshadow today because that's going to be in a different video in the Beauty Bootcamp series, because this is a makeup basics. So we're just going to do eyeliner and mascara. And we are using her eyeliner, and we are using the Makeup Forever Aqua Liner. So Makeup Forever is an affordable brand. So keep that in mind. It's a really good one. I haven't actually used this before, so we'll see.
I really like it. It stays on really well.
She really likes it. So, I mean, she knows nothing about makeup, but she really likes it.
But I like it.
So, but we'll see. Okay. I'm going to warn you right now. This is like my first actual time like doing eyeliner on anyone, like where it matters. So bear with me if I suck a little bit, but I'm going to try.
We will be forgiving.
Yes.
We will be forgiving.
Be forgiving. Be nice. I'm sorry. I didn't mean like the jab of the big foreheaded people.
She didn't mean it.
I love you guys. Love me back. Okay. We're going to do maybe a tiny little wing. So with wings, your eye has a certain angle. So what you want to do is you want to go from your lower lash line and just follow the natural angle of your lower lash line. Okay, we're doing a dramatic wing, you guys. We're not doing a soft wing. It turned dramatic pretty quickly.
In a dramatic turn of events.
We are not funny. Wow, okay. Oh, she's like tearing up. She actually thought she was funny.
You're just holding this in my eyeball.
Okay, other eye. I'm gonna attempt this one.
Okay, do you want me to turn my head?
This is good. Don't. Don't make me laugh. Okay. I mean, really dramatic, you guys. I can do a better wing on myself, I promise.
I feel like wings are hard to do on anyone else. They're really hard to do.
But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna flow with it.
We're gonna persevere.
The idea is just the technique behind it. It's a lot easier to do it on yourself. Like, I don't expect you guys to be doing this on other people when you're doing your makeup. So, the technique behind it is what really matters. And then so I don't personally like just the single line wing. I like it a little bit thicker. So what I do is I take the wing from the top and then I swipe back down towards her eyelid. Like so. Also, if you guys feel like you screwed up, don't take your whole wing off. Take a little concealer brush and your concealer and just make the line really sharp with some concealer. I don't have any on me right now. I have concealer, it's just not right here. So we're going to leave it. This is just sake for technique, you guys. Just technique. Same with the other eye. Okay, as far as this eyeliner goes, I don't mind it. I've never been good with like the brush type of liquid eyeliners. I'm only ever really good with like gel eyeliners or like liquid pen eyeliners. But we're working with it.
So what's like the difference between...
Okay, so this is like a liquid eyeliner and actually has like a brush. I find these are a lot easier to use if you're like really experienced with liquid eyeliners. Then there's a pen liquid eyeliner, which is like a felt tip pen that releases the liquid, but it's a lot easier to use. It's a lot more like definitive. It doesn't kind of go everywhere. And there's a gel, which is like a little bit more of a solid consistency, and you actually put it on with like an angled eye brush. And then there's a pencil eyeliner, which is a pencil. So I find the pencils are best just for your lower lash line and for your tight line. And then the liquids and gels are good for like your eyelid. Okay, so now that we've gotten the wing, we're going to go from her inner corner and just meet the wing in the center. Like so. And we're just going to fill it in. Also, eyeliner looks better depending on your eye shape. Like, whatever you think suits you, you do you. If a more dramatic wing really brings out your eyes, and do it. If a more softer wing brings out your eyes, and do it. Like, do whatever it feels like it suits you. I like to do dramatic wings personally, but that's just my personal preference. I do have a little bit of a smudge there, but I'm going to leave it. Okay, and we're going to do the other eye.
Oh no, what happened?
I just went at a weird angle, I'm sorry. Sorry. Flexible skin on your eyelids.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, really?
I have indeed.
Kind of makes it hard, so I feel like a gel eyeliner might be easier for you to use on yourself because you have like really like loose skin on your eyebrow, not your eyebrows, your eyelids.
Okay.
Because the pen kind of catches on the folds of your eyelids. And like, this is horrific.
Oh god, what do I look like?
Like, this eye is just not turning out the way I want it to.
Should I be scared?
No, like, it's not like that bad. It's
you know
just,
what?
Like, it's not even.
Everything looks better with mascara, guys.
True. Yeah, you know what? If you guys horribly screw up, just throw on a buttload of mascara and nobody will notice.
Just cake it on.
Not even I want to fix it, but I know I'm going to make it worse if I try to fix it.
Oh, that pain.
Yeah. Okay, well.
This is as good as it's going to get.
I'm just going to like cover this one eye. Just like no. Camera stopped. I don't know where it stopped, so we're just going to keep going. We curled her eyelashes. Some of her eyeliner came off. We're going to fix it.
It's been eventful, guys. It has been eventful.
It's a debacle, for sure. We're just going to attempt to fix this. We all know that this eye is a disaster. We can see it. We're just going to try to cover it up with a buttload of mascara. We get the gist of like the technique, though, I hope. It's a lot easier to do eyeliner on yourself, you guys.
It is. It is. It's much easier.
Yeah. Okay, this is a beautiful wand. This is by Buxom. Love Buxom. Highly would recommend.
It's one of the few things that I spent actual money on.
Yeah. Worth it. Okay. Just like blink into the wand, yeah. Like blink, like.
Okay. Do a really awkward hard blink.
Like, yeah.
Hard blink.
Okay, the end of the wand was like clean, so there's like barely anything there. There's just like a moment of like.
There's a giant black mark on my face, isn't there? She's lying to me. Okay. There we go. It's okay. It's okay. We got it. We got it. It's okay.
Look up. We're gonna do her bottom lashes. Find the best technique for bottom lashes instead of going down. Like go side to side. All right. The eyes are sort of a debacle, you guys. I hope you still like attempt this look, even though like this side of her face is just not working.
Again, the eye patch.
But like the
eye patch will come back in style.
You know what? It's like we're real. We're not perfect. We're human beings. We make mistakes.
Yeah, do we ever?
Okay. Now, she has this really pretty, like, sheer lipsticks. So for those of you who are, like, not really into, like, super bold lips, I find a lip color or some sort of lip product pulls your whole look together. This is a really sheer, like, kind of, like, shimmery, lipstick that does not look like this color at all when she actually puts it on. I'm going to get her to put it on because...
Can I have some sort of reflective surface?
I'm
not that good, guys.
She can't.
I'm not that good.
She can't. Just kidding. I'll give you this.
Thank you, friend. Alright.
Yeah, so it's like a really pretty, like, reflective, like, it gives off a little bit of color, but it's, like, still really pretty. And it's
yeah, that eye's, wow.
Yeah.
Damn, Saria.
Sorry.
It's okay, I still love you.
So I find like some sort of lip product just pulls your whole look together, even if it's just like a little bit of a sheen. I think it's really pretty for those of you who are not really a fan of bold colors. I know she's a fan of bold colors, but
I am.
For the sake of this video, we decided to not go with a bold color, just so we wouldn't
the basics.
Scare you guys all the way. And to finish everything off, we're gonna do a matte finishing spray by NYX. This is also a really affordable brand, like so cheap, you guys. It's awesome. Close your eyes.
So do you need to use a finishing spray?
You don't need to. I find it just sets everything in place really nicely. Plus this one's like a matte finishing spray. So if you're going for like a really dramatic, like dark look, kind of like what I'm wearing right now, I go for the matte finishing spray, so that way my highlight pops out and then my eyes really pop. But then if I want sort of more like a natural, like dewy looking finish, I'd go for like NYX has the same dewy finishing spray, which I have, but I'm almost out, so I decided not to use it on the video today. But yeah, normally I would have. So yeah, this is the finished product. I know it's awful. Like I'm just we gave it an attempt.
To the one-sided. There we go.
So
it's my good side,
yeah,
guys.
just like hey, give us a pose.
I'll give you the side.
Okay, give us like
give you like the over the shoulder.
Yeah. Alright, thanks for watching. watching, you guys. I hope you actually try this look, even though it did not really work out for us.
Yeah.
But it's the thought that counts, and it's a lot easier on yourself. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and tune in for more of these crazy little videos with Chloe, and they'll be coming in the near future. So, thanks, guys. See ya.